Hi, my name is Rochelle Franklin. I'm going to be performing the blood administration video for us today. And first off, I'm going to introduce myself to my patient. Hi, my name is Rochelle Franklin. I'll be your nurse today. And I will also provide privacy and ask for 2 patient identifiers. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and check my orders, make sure that I have 2 identifiers for my patient, signed consent, a requisition form, and compatibility form. And then next is the blood itself with my secondary nurse. I'm going to check for my patient's name on here. I'm going to check for the ID number. I'm going to check for the blood type, the RH factor, the donor number, and the expiration date. Totaling at 6 things is what we're looking for. After that, we'll go ahead and perform hand hygiene with soap and water. And while I'm doing that, I will ask my patient if they have any allergies and their past history with any transfusions. Next up after that, we'll go ahead and start checking our supplies. So I'm gonna put on some clean gloves. I'm going to grab my tubing, making sure that it does have a filter. If not, I will go ahead and grab one and attach it. I'm going to close all the clamps on my tubing, and then I will grab my normal saline bag, making sure that there's no floaters, the expiration date is good, and that I have the appropriate normal saline bag, and I will hang that at least 39 inches above the venous puncture site. And I'm sure you can see that. Okay, with this specific tubing, you're going to have your normal saline, your blood port, your filter, and of course the connection, okay? Keeping a sterile technique, we'll go ahead and spike the normal saline bag. And then making sure that this only touches inside the port. Okay. Now that we've spiked the bag and all my clamps are closed, we can go ahead and open the chamber, or squeeze the chamber, excuse me. Squeeze the chamber and open the chamber. And we're going to fill our chamber until it's past the filter, covering all the entire filter, okay? So we can squeeze that, and you can see it's filling, but it's not past or covering the filter top. While we're also doing this, we're tapping to make sure any air bubbles dissipate as well. Okay. Now that that's covered, we can open up the main line so that we can start priming our tubing. So we're going to go ahead and take off our cap, of course, keeping sterile with our patient. And over a trash can, I will be using this to catch the water, or excuse me, the normal saline. And we'll open the main clamp. And we're just going to prime that all the way down until we see no air bubbles. And you can see that it's primed. And we have normal saline. Right. And then we'll get our cap, making sure it's still staying sterile, okay? And we'll just cover it slightly. All right. And we can clamp this off as well. And you can see that it's clamped and our line is primed. Okay, and now we should be ready to go ahead and connect this to our patient. So using sterile technique or aseptic technique, we're going to go ahead and clean off. I'm going to move you a little bit closer. And we're going to go ahead and connect this together. Right. Now that our patient is connected, we can adjust the flow rate and open up. I'm just going to move you one more time so that you can see inside, and this will be where our patient is getting their normal saline. Okay. And this is all while the blood clamp is still off, and you can kind of see a little bit how it's dripping in there, just ever so slowly, one drop at a time into our patient. Okay. And then we can go ahead and clamp that off one more time, and we will grab our, maybe again. We will grab our blood, and we're going to do an inversion just one time, so that we're mixing the plasma, and we want to be careful to not damage any of the cells, as they're really precious and they're easily damaged. We do not want to shake the bag. We do not want to microwave the bag, nothing of that sort. And of course we're checking for any bubbles, clumps, clots, discoloration as well. We want none of those things, and we will go ahead and spike our bag. Okay, make sure you're able to see everything. So now, of course, using a sterile technique, we'll make sure, and just for the video purposes, because I don't want this to get on my carpet, I'm going to kind of flip it upwards a little bit so that nothing spills out by accident, okay? Okay. And of course this is still clamped. And now that our bag is spiked, we'll go ahead and unclamp. And we'll kind of wait until this will come down. And due to our site, it's probably having a harder time to come down. And we'll unclamp the main as well. And this should help. And just for video purposes, I'm also going to move this down so that gravity helps us with our job here and making sure the bag gets fully primed. Okay, while we're waiting for our blood bag to fully prime and enter in, there we go. We will assess our patient for adverse reactions. Of course, waiting with them for 15 minutes. Things that we're looking for is chills, rash, nausea, vomiting, tachycardia, shortness of breath, because we could be causing our patient to have an allergic reaction to the blood that we're giving them. We're also going to want to document this after we've started the blood transfusion to ensure that we're doing the whole transfusion within a 4-hour period and washing our hands as well. And then now that the blood is kind of going through very, very slowly. Okay. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.